What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the Real World. Jennifer Lopez was on the Howard Stern show, uh, and she stated a few things, and I'm going to go over a lot of these things that she stated on this show, man, because a lot of this stuff is wild. Jennifer Lopez, uh, her career dates back to the 1991 when she was a fly girl on Living Color. For those of you that remember that, uh, she then spiraled that into a career where she did Selena like in 1997, I believe it was. Um, and she also did a movie with Ice Cube in it. A lot of y'all remember that, called Anaconda. We know, with the big snake in it and stuff. But yeah, man. Jennifer Lopez, she was on that show, man, and she was asked if she think she has truly been loved, in which she replied no. She was then asked, does she think she really have experienced loving someone, right? This shit so motherfucking good. Trader Joe's. Check it out. Mangoes. Dried. Don't sleep on these. Trust me. Still eat them in moderation. But they're very healthy for you and they're very delicious. But anyway, um, she was asked, does she think she really have experienced loving someone? And she stated yes. So basically she's saying that when she was asked, when Howard Stern asked her, do she think she has ever truly been loved? She like, no, I don't think I ever truly been loved. But I have loved. When he asked her, has she ever truly loved someone? Um, she then went on to say that what she's learned is that it's not that she isn't lovable, it's that men aren't capable of loving her. You know, she also went on to say that they gave her everything, you know, the rings, the house, the cars, the marriage, all that, you know, but they didn't love her, you know, and she felt like she didn't love herself truly. Now, this is a lady that's 56 years old. So when she was in these, let's go down the list of the people that she's been married to, and how long she was married and who she was married to. So her marriage life started when she was like 28 years old, which is not bad. I think women should get married in their 20s. That's a very good thing to do. You know, if you can find you somebody that you're compatible with and you feel like y'all can build together, it got to be more than sex. It got to be more than looks. You know, somebody that you can grow with. Ain't nothing wrong with getting married in the 20s, but you got to be careful. You know, because nothing is going to be what you think it is. You got to be willing to work through all that. And there's going to be some things that you're going to endure. It's a give and take situation, believe me. And that don't matter who you get with. All this stuff about, oh, he got money, he looked this good, he doing this, he buy me roses, he do all this. Just like what she's saying, they gave her all that, and she still came out to, at the end of the day, unhappy and single. You know, and she's pretending to be happy while she's single, but I don't think anybody really truly want to be single forever. You understand? Especially at that age and you being a female. Females want that companionship for sure. You know what I mean? But uh yeah, man. Like I said, in 1997, she was married to some guy. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his name. If y'all know, you know. But it's I don't know. Look like I don't know. I don't know what kind of name that is, but they was married for only a year. And then she went on in 2001 through 2003 to some guy named Chris Judd. From there, they got divorced. She was around 31 years of age at that time. When she got to be 34 years of age, which is like roughly 3 years later, she married Mark Anthony, and that was her longest marriage. They was married from '04 to 2014. So kudos to her. That ain't easy, being married to somebody for 10 years. And a lot of things start transpiring when you hit that 10 year mark. Uh, and you really start to know a person as well as you can know a person, you know, uh, around that 10 year mark. And you're gonna get to know yourself a little better too. Trust me. But anyway, then she went to Ben Affleck uh, a few years later, in 2022. They were married until 2025. Okay. Um, and she was in her 40s when she married him. Now with Jennifer Lopez, man, in between a lot of these marriages, these little times where she was dating and things like that. She got involved with a baseball player, Rodriguez, Alex Rodriguez. She was with him. Um, when she broke up, got a divorce from Mark Anthony. He was an actor and everything and singer. Um, she got involved with Ben Affleck. Uh, after she basically, I'm not gonna say she took Ben Affleck from his wife, but he was married when she was messing with him, and they ended up having an affair, what have you, and then eventually Ben Affleck went to her. Well, her and Ben Affleck were married for a few years, 3 years, which ain't long at all for somebody to be married, and then uh, they broke up, but they ended up revisiting that, and I think they ended up either dating or getting married later on, but that only lasted like maybe 2 years or so, and then she was back. But my thing about this is this, man. Jennifer Lopez, very, very nice looking chick. She was talented, in her acting. It's arguable whether or not she was a great singer. She did top number 6 on the Billboard 100 at one time with her music. But she was really known for like her dance and her entertainment capabilities. And when she did that movie Selena, that what really made her. You understand? And like I say, uh, man, you know, just thinking about what she said about her not being feeling like she wasn't loved and things like that. Uh, I question that because of the simple fact that for you to say that you weren't loved and then turn around and say that these guys did so much for you. They gave you the rings, they gave you the house, they gave you the marriage, they gave you the cars, everything, right? And for you to say that they didn't love you, I mean, how can a man tell you, and without, uh, how much more can a man show you as far as his love goes when he's giving you all these things? A lot of women would say a man ain't don't love me if he don't give me things, if he don't show me. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times, with anybody, love is shown through your actions. So, I think it's contradictory. It seems like she's pretty controlling. That's what it seemed like to me. It seemed like she's controlling. Uh, I think she needs to look in the mirror at herself, and have some therapy if she hasn't, because when you done had that many different marriages and different partners and things like that, and none of it ever, worked out, you know, it, uh, for its longevity. You understand? Um, I mean, there may be something wrong with you internally. You know, I mean, and some people may not be. Sometimes people are are under the illusion that everything is somebody else's fault. It's hard for some people to hold themselves accountable. You know, to their downfalls. And she just may be one of them. She was messing with Diddy way back in the day. When all these things was coming out about Diddy, and he had the little chick talking about how Diddy shot her in the face and stuff. She mentioned that J-Lo was in there with her. I mean, with Diddy that night when when Diddy was supposedly allegedly shot the girl in the face. You know, uh, and to be honest with you, I truly believe that Diddy may have done that part of it. You know, uh, because when somebody shoots you in the face, you may not remember what happened after that, but you're gonna remember what happened, before they shot you, you know. And J Lo, she missed, she wasn't brought up on no charges on that, but they know that she was with him that night, but J Lo has a long line, a long history of dealing with men for short periods of time. And I just feel like she went on Howard Stern and just blamed all the men for all of her shortcomings, you know. But what this really proves is that you can give a person the world. Like she said, they gave her the rings, they gave her the marriage, they gave her the house and all that there, and you still can't make that person happy. You can't make that person stay with you. You can't make that person love you or make that person feel loved. That has to come from within, And I think that J-Lo got some issues from within, man. She sounds controlling. She sounds like, you know, she wants complete control. And you can't be with a person and expect them to allow you to control every bit of their existence, to be surrounded around what you want and what you need at all times. You understand? You have to leave, a person to themselves, a little bit of themselves. You understand? A person has to have a certain amount of me time in order for relationships to last. You understand? And that's what I think is going on with her. I'm J-Lo. So money ain't gonna work because she got her own money. So she ain't happy with that part of it. You understand? What she wants is pure control. So I'm just saying it. That's what it sounds like to me. Uh, and she's 56 years old. So the clock has really ran out. You know what I'm saying? If we being frank. Uh, she don't have many options for love. So she can sit around and act like she happy about not being with anybody and things like that. Kudos to her. But, it don't sound like that's what's true. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna fix her heart, you know, but I think she got some internal issues that she need to be dealing with, on a professional level. When you J-Lo, man, and you can't keep a man, you know. Uh that's my thoughts on that J-Lo situation, man. Y'all tell me what y'all feel about it in the comments. Uh yeah, I think she got some fixing to do, man. Because J-Lo had it locked in the 90s, 2000s and stuff like that. But, you know, like I said, like we all know, man, like things could go left in a person's life, in a personal life. It can be going all left. And, what's being projected to the public, that could be a whole nother thing. You understand? But that's my thoughts on that, man. Till next time, it's been real. I'm Will, and all I'm trying to do is just get y'all to think about it. Peace.